Welcome to Trail Mix, a fresh blend of what's happening at Rowan-Cabarrus Community College and in the world of higher education. It's everything you need to keep you informed, inspired, and as always, navigating forward. Graduation season is here, and today we're celebrating the class of 2026 with 3 Rowan-Cabarrus students who are crossing the finish line. In this episode, you'll hear what brought them here, what kept them going, and where they're headed next. If you're a current student, someone thinking about starting college, or just someone who needs a little inspiration today, this one's for you. Welcome to Trail Mix. I'm your host, Carter Wingfield, and I'm joined by 3 Rowan-Cabarrus graduates, Kylie Baucom, Halei, Hamby, and Michael Shu. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a pleasure being here.
Absolutely.
So my name is Kylie Baucom. I actually have already graduated with an associate's in general education, and I plan to graduate next December with my associate's in arts.
Welcome.
Yes, my name is Halei Hamby. I've also already graduated with an associate's in applied science and graphic design, and I will be graduating with an associate's in arts as well.
Nice.
My name is Michael Shu. I will be walking with a certificate in network administration and will be graduating in December with associates in applied sciences and networking and cybersecurity.
Nice. We have a lot of overachievers on this podcast today. A lot of degrees coming out of this room. So welcome. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Kylie, first question for you. Thinking back to when you first enrolled, what made you choose Rowan-Cabarrus?
You know, it's funny you bring that up. This is actually my 3rd time at Rowan-Cabarrus. I'm not going to lie to you. But the reason that my journey brought me back here over and over again is honestly walking through that front door. The welcome, when I walked in, it was like, okay, I've been here before. Like, it was like a home to me. So everybody is so welcoming. They make me feel super comfortable. And the process, honestly, is smooth as butter. Like, I was so nervous that it was going to be such a pain because college is really intimidating, whether you're doing it the first time or the 3rd. And being able to have people encouraging me and as soon as I walk in the door, stepping me through it, that really was the notion to say, hey, this is where I want to be, no matter how many times that might happen.
Awesome. And Halei, when you started here, what were you hoping to get out of your time at Rowan-Cabarrus? And looking back now, how did that evolve?
So when I first started, I was really aiming to just get a degree in graphic design. Mm-hmm. I wanted to graduate with 2 years and get a job so I could really just get started. But I met a few teachers that really changed that point of view. So now I want to be able to go way further, be able to do a lot more than I thought I could.
What impact did those teachers have? How did that change your perspective on your approach to college?
I asked them one day when I was really struggling to imagine which direction to go. I asked Parker and Hannah in the art and design department.
2 faculty members in art and design?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do they think that it is worth trying to go for a bachelor's? And they both were ecstatic to let me know any kind of information about why it would be a great opportunity. It would be great just to not only know that knowledge, but it would definitely further my overall education and just job-wise in general.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And Michael, same question for you. What drew you to Rowan-Cabarrus, and did your path look anything like what you expected when you first started?
Mainly because it was local.
Mm-hmm.
I had worked at a warehouse job for 15 years, was laid off, 4 kids, didn't know where to go. I took that as an opportunity to grow education-wise and come to Rowan-Cabarrus at that point to grab an education. And I will tell you, it has been rough. I'm up till 2:30 some mornings doing homework and, pushing to be the best that I can be. And ultimately, I would do this over and over again as long as I could provide for myself and my family moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And as a lot of students here, you're juggling full-time work, like you said, family, and going to school full-time.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah. 2 a.m. That's late.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
This podcast sponsored by energy drinks.
And at the end of it, it's worth every bit of it.
Yeah. You would do it again?
I would.
Yeah. When you first envisioned what this path would look like, how has that changed over the past couple of years?
At first, it was very rocky. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to continue, and I just kept pushing and pushing, and here I am today getting ready to walk for the first time.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
True dedication.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your overall experience here, Michael? What's been a standout moment or opportunity for you?
It's been wonderful here, actually. from the advisors. I'm in trio.
Ooh,
If it
trio
wasn't
shout out.
if it wasn't for trio, honestly, I'm not sure I'd still be in college because they helped lead me the path that I needed to be led. My experience overall has been great and wonderful. I have no complaints at all with Rowan-Cabarrus.
Well, that's good to hear. And with the trio program, what are some of the things that you got involved with in that program that made it easier to persevere?
It was the educational classes that were provided by Trio, the how to write papers, how to do math. There's a list of other events that they push. I wasn't able to attend, but there was a Biltmore trip. You connect with people that aren't just in your class, but every class.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful.
Yeah. There's a community that they're building there
correct.
with other students. And you're all in different programs, and they're all headed in different directions. But yeah, building that community through those cultural events like the Biltmore trip. I think they went to a performance up in Greensboro. But yeah, there's a lot of trips that they take to kind of build that community.
Yeah. It's a wonderful experience.
It is, and to piggyback off that, I'm also in trio, and I align 100%. The events gives people opportunities, and I'm going to just speak for myself right here. Like, those kind of opportunities are not some that would have come to me in any other way. Right. So the capacity to be able to spend time with people, like you were saying, in different classes and really getting to know, but also to be able to participate in events that you thought were way out of reach, it really is changing. So I agree with you, Michael.
Absolutely.
Haley, what clubs, organizations, or activities have you had a chance to be a part of at Rowan-Cabarrus?
Currently, I am the co-president along with Sarah Warts in the Art and Design Club.
Okay.
Very nice.
We've done a lot of really exciting events. We were able to be part of the grad fair.
In what way?
Clean up, set up, helping pass out the cap and gowns and things like that.
Nice. Y'all did an event recently that I got to attend. Wow, what was it? It was called. Y'all had a paver.
Yeah, the grand finale print roller event.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was so much fun.
That was a blast.
The Art and Design Club, we were able to, all members were able to carve their own linoleum plates. We all had our own, like, little stamps. We had, like, paper booklets, and people could bring their own shirts. We also had a few shirts with us. And the print roller was extremely fun to see and very interesting to look at how big it truly can print.
Yeah.
The ginormous prints were so exciting to look at, and those were all carved.
Yeah.
Like, they don't look like they would just be simply carved, but one of them was carved by one classmate, Max.
Yeah. I think I saw that. It was massive. And
It
It
was.
was really, really cool.
So detailed. Oh, my gosh.
It was the hand coming down with that, turning into the tree, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a cool piece. I brought a shirt. I got it print. And when we say like a roller, this is like a construction paver that they brought out here to the parking lot up at North Campus. And I brought a shirt, picked out a print. They laid it down on the asphalt, and somebody got behind this construction paver that they used to actually pave asphalt, and they drove over top of the print and the shirt, and they pulled it back up, and it had a really cool one-of-a-kind print on the shirt. So, and shout out to whoever made the decision to get the stuffed crust cheese pizza.
Oh, I think
there
that
as
was
well.
Peyton.
That was
Peyton
a good
Brown.
call right there. Always stuffed crust.
Oh, yeah. I was super excited when I pulled that out.
Yeah, that was a really fun event. Bravo.
Thank you.
Are there other ways that you've gotten connected with a college through your time here?
Absolutely. I'm currently in positions working with not only the art and design department, but also the marketing and communications department. I'm a work study half for each department. I gained so many skills, and I've met so many amazing people that have also pushed me to go further with my education. I just learned more than I ever could have imagined.
Well, you have been a huge asset to our department, the marketing communications, and it's been a blast having you for the past 2 semesters now.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very excited to see you graduate.
Me too,
Yeah.
Tristan.
Kylie, is there anything you wish you had gotten involved in sooner, like a resource or a program, an opportunity you discovered later that you would have liked earlier?
Yes, and that list could take us all day. But, I mentioned earlier that I have done this once or twice and now 3 times. And the first 2 times were just straight. I was going to do the school and I was going to get out. I mean, let's just be transparent. That was the goal. I just partially I felt like I had to be here and I had expectations to meet, but they say the third time's a charm. And the third time around, I was convinced I was getting involved, and I didn't know what that looked like, and I didn't know what that meant. But when school starts, and forgive me, I don't remember the name, they have this almost fair that, and all of the like clubs and stuff line up, and you get a bunch of information from it. And I was like, I'm going to join every single one of these, not to get
All of them.
overzealous.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is all me. But I did end up moving forward, joining things like Trio, like Michael, and I actually joined FBLA this year, which I actually really love. I was not expecting to. Can I be honest? I'm sorry, but I do. It is wonderful. And just anything I could dip my toes in. I actually was an ambassador, which I thought was way out of reach, let me tell you. And it is anything I could get involved in, I would have loved to sooner. So I'm glad that I have now. And those are just some of the top ones that I can think of. And to answer your question in the short, yes, those are some of the ones that I wish I would have jumped in immediately, but I'm glad that I'm here now.
Yeah. What held you back the first 2 attempts in terms of just getting involved?
If I'm being honest, I wasn't here for me. I was here because my parents wanted me here, or, jobs said you needed a degree. Like, I was just coming to check the box and get going. Like, I didn't have a passion to be involved. I was just trying to get in and get out. And as you can see, it made it miserable, and it really didn't set me up for success. So I think I was in my own way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And saying yes sometimes feels scary, feels intimidating, unsure of like what you're getting involved in.
Yeah.
But completely changes your experience. And I think you learn a lot about yourself when you say yes to opportunities. You put yourself into new environments, new clubs, new organizations, and opportunities come that you never knew existed.
For sure. And I think part of it for me is I felt really underqualified. Like, I was like, why? Like, I didn't do anything special in high school. Why would I be qualified to do this, this, and this? I think being an ambassador was one of the biggest things, and having someone say, why not? I was like, good point. Why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can learn anything. Who's to say other than myself that I'm underqualified, right? So giving yourself the chance to, I think, was big.
That's hard, though. It's hard to get out of the I don't deserve to be here mentality. I'm underqualified. But I think the only person that might think that is probably ourselves.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, you were born for some of these opportunities. You were born for some of these roles. And it's no surprise to anybody to see all 3 of y'all graduating, excelling. So, yeah, very proud of y'all.
Thanks. And that's the
Thank
thing.
you.
Rowan-Cabarrus is the best at that. I'm telling you, the staff here has seen things in me that I would have never. And it's really what pushed me, if I'm being honest, to do the
I
opportunities.
totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I do as well. Bailey Wingler, she's the chair of the art and design department. She has been one of my biggest motivators, as well as the faculty down there.
Yeah.
She just comments, and she'll make little notions about how I'm doing so well. And she actually was the reason why I was the host for the Poetry Unbound event a few weeks ago.
Wow.
Which I would have never imagined before. So I just am continuing to do things that I never thought would be capable before because of her.
And look at you now.
I know, right?
That's
I'd
crazy.
also like to piggyback on that and say that a couple of my professors in the networking and cybersecurity department, Kathy Knight and John Brand, really pushed me, and they're the reason why I will be going to ECU in the fall of next year.
Nice.
ECU. Okay, Michael, good for you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, lightning question for the 3 of y'all.
Sure.
And Kyle, we'll start with you.
Sure.
Finish this sentence for me.
Okay.
If I could tell an incoming student one thing about Rowan-Cabarrus, it would be
Get involved 100%.
get involved.
Mm-hmm. You did say lightning because that was pretty quick.
No,
That
you're
was
right.
a quick
I'm just
answer.
thinking, no. Well, that's your story. That's what you did.
Yeah.
And it completely transformed.
100%.
Haley, same question.
I would say ask for help.
Mm.
It's important to ask for help.
That's good.
That is true. That is good. Michael.
Grab every opportunity to build a connection with someone.
Yeah.
Connections go a really long way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these are 3 great answers. Well done. Y'all were prepared for that. Okay. Also, for the 3 of y'all, and Haley, I'll have you go first on this. As you get ready to graduate, what does this milestone mean to you personally, and what's next?
I would say this milestone shows that I was more than what I was before. I was more than what I thought when I graduated high school. I know now that I'm capable of so much. I can do multiple classes. I can continue to strive for more and participate in clubs and things like that. And now I can take it with me, all the skills that I've learned, and go to Catawba and see what is really out there for me as well. Rowan-Cabarrus was really the main reason of why I'm going where I am now. I'll never be able to forget all the faculty, all of the comments that truly made me feel like things were possible. When I joined, I was in the same boat. I just wanted to get in and get out.
Mm-hmm.
But the people here and the resources that you have available are so much more than you could imagine. I know that a future is really possible.
Yeah. And you mentioned Catawba. Is that what's next for you?
Yes, I was accepted into the advertising and branding bachelor's degree program there.
Nice.
I was able to go and view the school, and they're also very welcoming and accepting, and they also are very positive. So that is absolutely a reason why I wanted to go there. And that program is new, and I met with the chair there as well, and he said I was a great candidate and that it seems like it's going to be really well. So I'm very excited.
Congratulations. And yeah, no surprise from any of us over
Thank
here
you.
that you are, quote, a great candidate for that program.
I appreciate that.
Okay, Michael, what about you? What does this mean to you personally, and what's next?
Just walking across the stage not only shows myself the determination and the ability to do what I set out to do, it also shows my children that hard work and dedication really sets you up for your future.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's something about showing your kids it can be done and setting a strong example for them to follow.
With 4 kids, things are chaotic at home.
Sure.
And there are times where you as a person feel like you're lost. And I feel like walking across the stage not only closes doors that are behind me, but opens new ones as well.
And you mentioned you were going to ECU?
I will be applying probably very soon. I'm not sure when that opening window is, to be honest. But I probably should be looking into that really quickly.
Yeah. And so pending acceptance into the
Pending
program.
acceptance, yeah.
What are you hoping to do at ECU?
I want to get a bachelor's in AI.
Okay.
Since AI is the future, that is where I feel like I should be career-wise.
That seems smart. That seems like a wise decision. So awesome. Congratulations. And Kylie, what about you?
It means a lot. You know, we've done this a few times, but I have 2 small kids, not 4. But I have 2 small kids. So I think for me, the milestone that it is for the first time in my life, when I started this time at college, I set goals. And I mean, they were outrageous. Like, my goals were a little outrageous. But I met them, which was mind-blowing because that was not the expectation. I was just going to, go big or go home is what they say. So I think for me, it would be to say, it's never too late and you can do anything you set your mind to. And that's something I want to represent in my life to people around me, to show like, hey, even if you don't believe in you, I believe in you. But especially for my kids, I'm living proof. Like, it can happen. You can, I'm telling you. So I think that's the biggest thing. I'm not really sure what's next for me. I have a pretty good idea. I've got a little bit of time here left, thankfully. Sorry, guys, you will be missed, but I'm glad I'm still here. I will be transferring to a 4-year. I'm going to get a bachelor's in business. I have a full-time job, so it's going to just help me and aid me in that field. But I'm not sure exactly what that looks like, but that's the path I'm taking. Yeah.
Awesome. So you mentioned some goals that you accomplished. You mind sharing some of those goals that you hit?
Yeah, let's talk about the one that means the most. So when I came back the 3rd time, I wanted to make an impact, right? And how I chalked that up to be measured is I wanted to do something I thought was way out of my reach, right? So I wanted to be able to be the commencement speaker at graduation, actually. And I worked towards it. I networked how I needed to. I asked people questions. I thought, there's no way, but I'm going to do my darndest to get there. And actually, sure enough, I was asked to speak at graduation. So that was huge. I didn't expect it. I got the email. And when I tell you, listen, I'm not a crier, but that got me because it showed me, yes, you can. You can work through things that feel way out of reach, and you can achieve things if you put your mind to it. It was huge. A wonderful opportunity.
That's an insane goal to have.
Yeah, don't you think?
Right?
That's what I said when I wrote it down. And I was like, what's the worst thing that can happen? You don't, but you still had a great time.
Right. Yeah.
But great news. It did happen. So it's a win for everybody.
So do you want to hear one of my audacious goals?
Absolutely.
So my audacious goal was to make sure that I graduated Rowan-Cabarrus with a 4.0 GPA. So I would sit up late at night and would repeat labs over and over and over until they were 100%.
Wow.
So like I would start a lab at like 12:30, and by 2:30 a.m. when it was completely done, it had to be 100%.
And where are we at now?
I am at a 4.0 GPA on the way out the door.
Do not be humbled. That is incredible. You have worked so hard for that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's something to say right there.
Yeah.
Well, last question, Kylie. For anyone listening who is thinking about starting or returning to college but isn't sure if it's the right move for them, what would you say to them?
I would say go for it. I would say if you really sit down, what do you really have to lose? Because I think the best scenario in this case way outweighs the worst, because at this point, the only person you're pouring into is you, right?
Yeah.
You win either way, and you don't fail if you don't quit, right? So I think you should go for it.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank y'all three for being on today. Michael, Haley, Kylie, really excited for y'all graduating and excited to see everything that y'all have done over the past couple of years at this college. It's exciting to share y'all's story on this podcast, but also know your classmates and the people that you have participated in activities with Trio or with the art club, that camaraderie, that community. Y'all are what make this college great, is the students like y'all, and overcoming just odds and saying yes to things that are scary and setting audacious goals.
Yeah.
That's what makes this community college great, is the students like y'all. We're very excited to see y'all graduate and take those next steps and go on and keep making an impact, not only with the people around you, but also in the world. So thank y'all for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
having
you for
us.
having us.
I hope what you heard today speaks to how Rowan-Cabarrus Community College supports students from their first day on campus through graduation and beyond. If you're thinking about starting or returning to college, visit www.rccc.edu/start to explore programs, learn about student life, and find out how to get started. Thanks for listening to Trail Mix. For more stories, updates, and to learn more about how Rowan-Cabarrus Community College can help you navigate forward, visit us at www.rccc.edu.